Hey Waffle Crew, I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm Mark, and today we're diving into some fresh Reddit tales. If you enjoy a good Reddit story, why not give a thumbs up, subscribe, and maybe tap that notification bell. Let's jump right into our first tale. Sending you all tons of love. Our first story comes from Ordinary Sky 4404, titled, Am I wrong for telling my girlfriend I need space after she snapped at me for leaving her alone at my family gathering? I'm a 27-year-old guy, dating Emma, also 27, for about 15 months. I adore her, but recently I told her I needed a break because of how she lashed out at me, shouting and cursing. She claims it was just a typical couple's spat, but I'm not sure I want to feel like this again. Now she's calling me the bad guy for wanting to step back over one argument. I'm seeking advice because after 4 days, I'm questioning if I'm rushing to end things. Last week, I brought Emma to my family reunion, the first one since COVID, with everyone there. My big family was all together, and Emma was meeting many of them for the first time, though she'd met a few before. About an hour in, Emma and I were chatting with my cousin, 30, who she knows from work. While they caught up, I spotted an uncle I hadn't seen in ages and went to greet him. After about 10 minutes of talking, I kept checking to see if Emma was still with my cousin. Then my grandmother asked me to help move 4 tables indoors. I told Emma I was going to help and asked if she wanted to join me. She said she was fine staying with my cousin. I moved the tables, which took maybe 10 to 15 minutes, and returned. When I caught Emma's eye, she looked irritated. She started walking toward an open area, away from everyone. As I approached, she snapped, "Why the heck did you abandon me?" I explained I'd told her about the tables and thought she was okay with my cousin, a familiar face. She said my cousin left to talk to other family members, leaving her standing alone, feeling foolish. I'd never seen her so upset. She said, "If I knew you'd ditch me, I wouldn't have come." I apologized, saying I didn't mean to make her feel that way and was only gone briefly. She brushed it off and stormed back to the crowd, clearly upset. I asked her to please not make a scene in front of my family. She replied, "Then take me home." I was stunned and asked if she was serious. She marched to the car. On the drive home, I repeated that I was only gone for 10 to 15 minutes. She insisted it wasn't about the time, but about leaving her looking like an idiot. I was shocked at how quickly things escalated. Just 30 minutes earlier, I was helping with tables. She kept yelling, calling me ridiculous for acting clueless. When we got to her place, she said she'd call when she was ready to talk. I drove home, stunned and confused about how we ended up here. I get that I misjudged, thinking she'd be fine with my cousin, and I said sorry. But the way she spoke to me felt like I was garbage, and I'm not okay with that. Later, her best friend texted me, calling me a jerk for leaving Emma and questioning why I even brought her. Emma was apparently devastated. After 3 days of silence, I sent her a long message, saying I love her but can't accept being talked to like that. I pointed out her not responding for 3 days was unfair. When she called, she said I was wrong for wanting a break over her being upset. She kept focusing on me leaving her, not her reaction. I explained that her harsh words were the issue, not just the misunderstanding. I apologized, but she kept going. She said couples argue and I shouldn't want to end things. I care about her, but her yelling and 3-day silent treatment left me shaken. I tried reaching out, but she ignored me. Am I wrong for wanting to break up? Any advice is welcome. Sorry for the long post. My first thought is whether this was a one-off in their relationship, because her reaction seems extreme. OP was gone for 15 minutes to help family, and he told her his plan. Yet she cursed him out, made a scene, gave him the cold shoulder for 3 days, and then flipped it back on him when he called out her behavior. Vickers commented, "Not wrong. You didn't leave her alone for long, and she was with someone she knew. Her reaction was immature, and you apologized for something that wasn't even your fault. She still wasn't satisfied, cursed you out, demanded to leave, and ghosted you." Her friends piled on without the full story. I'd have ended it on the spot and told her friends to back off. Pomegranate said, "No, how you argue matters. People who think they can say awful things when angry and expect no consequences are mistaken. She meant to hurt you and can't be surprised it did." Prof Plum. Did it added, "Not wrong. Breaking up is the right move. It was a short absence, not like you abandoned her for hours. If she felt awkward, she could have found you, texted, or mingled. She chose to stew and ruin your first family gathering in years. She's trouble." Interrupting Chicken agreed. "Not wrong. She's shown her true self after 15 months. She won't reflect on her actions. This wasn't just a fight, it's her lack of class. She can't handle being alone briefly, lashed out unfairly, got her friend to gang up on you and gave you the silent treatment. That's unacceptable. If you just started dating, would you tolerate this long term? Mel the keeper said, "Not wrong. A family reunion is about supporting your partner. She could have sought you out or met others. Yelling is a reasonable boundary, and if you stay, set clear conflict resolution rules. Check out Ricky and Jimmy's podcast, Gary Chapman's Things I Wish I'd Known Before We Got Married, or the Gottmans' The Seven Principles. Decide what's best for you. Good luck." A week later, OP updated. "Thanks for all the comments and advice. Some of you pointed out she might have acted like this before, but I'd never seen her this upset. It was jarring, especially at my family reunion, when she demanded to leave instead of talking it out. I didn't want a scene, so I drove her home. I don't yell at my partner. My parents' relationship was full of shouting, and I refuse to repeat that. I'm 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds. Yelling at my partner could seem intimidating, and I never want her to feel unsafe." The day after posting, I texted Emma to talk, wondering if she had social anxiety, given my large family. She denied it and said I didn't get how awkward it was to be left alone, and I should have stayed longer or invited her to help with the tables. After she spoke for 5 minutes, I ended the relationship. I told her she could have said she felt uncomfortable, and I'd have stayed by her side, introducing her to everyone. My family is welcoming. She just needed to try. Her justifying cursing me out showed me this isn't the relationship I want. She backtracked, but I wished her well and left. I blocked her and her friends' numbers. I want a partner who communicates and works through issues. This could have been a simple fix, but it wasn't. I didn't miss the reunion. It spanned the whole weekend at my grandparents' farmhouse. We set up tents the first day, had a kickball tournament the second, and a big fish fry the third. Emma's silence during that time helped me process, and my family kept me busy. I'm excited to find a partner to share moments like this with. Thanks for the advice. I respect OP for standing firm. Emma wouldn't own her reaction and kept blaming him. He realized this wasn't the relationship for him. That weekend sounded amazing. Family, food, and fun. What do you think of this situation? Share your thoughts in the comments. Let's move to the next story. From Normal Midnight 1661. Am I wrong for calling an ambulance for my coworker knowing she was likely faking it? I'm a 28-year-old guy working at an English language center in Southeast Asia. A female coworker in her 20s often acts faint, touching her head, wobbling, and lying on a couch while others fan her or fetch water and food. This disrupts our midday naps, a cultural norm here, especially for those tending to her. It happens at least twice a month. I've seen it several times over the past 5 or 6 months during shared shifts. Once, she even asked me to get her ice cream from a nearby shop. Cheap, about $1. But she didn't pay me back. That's not the main issue, though. This Monday, she did it again, asking another coworker for an iced drink and a sandwich. People fussed over her like she was a sick kid. I got up, asked if she was okay, then went to the men's restroom, called an ambulance, and returned to my seat. 20 minutes later, the siren blared. My phone rang, and I told a colleague to help her to the ambulance. Her expression shifted, like she knew she'd been caught. Others asked if I called it. I said, "Yeah, it seemed serious this time. Better safe than sorry. The ambulance is here and it'll cost anyway." The fee is about 1 to 2 days' salary, up to $50. Surprisingly, colleagues agreed and helped her to the ambulance. No one had called one for her before. Since then, she's barely spoken to me beyond polite greetings. It's Thursday now. Am I wrong for this? Mr. Brony commented, "I need an update." Did she stop faking after this? If she paused, tell your coworkers the ambulance trick worked. Keep asking if she's okay to annoy her. OP replied, "It's only been 4 days. She usually acts up every 2 weeks, sometimes weekly, but milder. Tiredness, headaches, not full-on couch drama. She hasn't paid back the food money, but the teachers don't mind. Our workplace is otherwise chill." Commodore shared, "I had a supervisee fake a heart attack to skip work. Policy required an ER visit, not driving home. Expensive lesson for them. Why fake something so extreme when a stomach bug would have worked?" Very sad, Kat said. "Not wrong. This might stop her mooching and attention-seeking. If it's real, she needs a doctor. If fake, she learned her lesson. Her avoiding you says it all. She's mad you broke her script. Bet the hospital didn't pamper her. Will she stop now, fearing another $50 bill? The ice cream request floored me. She's dramatically faint, but wants a cookie dough cone." OP later updated, "Here's the update on Anne, my coworker. I texted colleagues about the food money. 2 teachers said she didn't repay them, about $20 each, but they weren't fussed. Word spread and 5 others were affected, totaling 7 female teachers. They say Anne has low blood pressure and malnutrition. She's very thin, K-pop idol style, with an unhealthy food relationship, avoiding paying for meals. She borrowed huge sums from multiple teachers to cover hospital bills, up to 4 months' salary, draining half of one's emergency fund. She also flirted with a teacher who takes her on dinner dates. I didn't pry further. HR was informed, and I was noted as the ambulance caller. Anne will be let go in 30 days for creating a hostile workplace. This morning was awkward. HR can't help with the loans, as it's personal, but they'll share Anne's info with affected co-workers. Some questioned wasting healthcare resources. She was diagnosed, so it wasn't a waste. This is Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, where costs are low. Insulin is $3 to $7 per vial, free with national healthcare. I'm not worried about my job. I'm valued and easygoing. One Redditor was nasty in DMS, but I blocked them. Don't lend co-workers half your savings. The nap culture in Vietnam sounds amazing. Office chairs wheeled back for a quick snooze. What do you think of this situation? Share your thoughts below. Let's move on. From Classic Web 6642. Am I wrong for attending Mother's Day when my sister-in-law warned she'd cause a scene if I did? My sister-in-law, Cleo, told me nobody wanted me at Mother's Day. She said to drop off my husband, her brother, and if I came, she'd make it everyone's problem. My husband, Ryan, wanted me there, and he knew my mother-in-law would too. Ryan knows about my tension with Cleo, who thinks she needs to shield him from me because he's disabled. She disapproves of our open marriage and doubts Ryan's choices, likely due to her ego after a failed confrontation with me. Cleo warned I'd ruin the day if I showed up. I have a great bond with my mother-in-law and made her a stained glass lilac piece, her favorite flower. My plan was to arrive with Ryan, give her the gift and confirm she wanted me there. If not, I'd leave. It's her day, not Cleo's. We arrived and my mother-in-law was thrilled, hugging us and inviting us in. She loved the gift and displayed it in her kitchen window. Cleo cornered me, demanding why I came after her warning, saying my mother-in-law deserved time with her kids without outsiders. Her words were harsher. My mother-in-law overheard and told Cleo to stop. Cleo insisted I was the issue. My mother-in-law firmly repeated herself, saying our conflict wasn't her concern. Cleo got furious, grabbed her purse, and left. The mood shifted, and I feel awful for casting a shadow over Mother's Day. Ryan said it's fine. Cleo's the problem, alienating family by thinking she knows best. He'll try talking to her again, but she didn't listen last time. Cleo sent me long texts the next day, essentially saying she doesn't trust me, will prove I'm bad news, and I ruined Mother's Day. Was I wrong for showing up, knowing Cleo might act out? She warned me, and I came anyway, though she's the one who left. She's my mother-in-law's daughter, not me, Old Saggy Titbiscuits commented. Your sister-in-law's unhinged, not wrong. Her actions were her choice. Her mom and brother told her to stop, but she didn't. That's on her. Hopefully they'll keep supporting you. Baha asked, why does she hate you so much? Is it just the open marriage? A commenter replied, Cleo likely infantilizes her disabled brother, thinking he can't make his own choices or that no one could love him. It's a common ableist view. Or she thinks OP pressured him into an open marriage, which can be abusive if true, but it doesn't sound like it. Most comments agreed OP wasn't wrong. Cleo created the issue and OP was invited. Her choices were her own. What do you think? What would you do in OP's shoes? Share your thoughts below. Big thanks for joining today. Your support means everything. See you in the next one. Take care and much love.